1. When designing adult-focused preparation for the Arizona English Language Learner Assessment, AZELLA, which instructional principle is most effective for fostering learner autonomy? A. Teacher-centered lecture delivery. B. Peer-assisted learning with authentic tasks. C. Rote memorization of assessment rubrics. D. Exclusive focus on standardized test strategies. 2. A mentor guiding a new educator on AZELLA compliance stresses the importance of evaluation methods. Which best practice aligns with adult learning principles? A. Using formative assessments with immediate feedback. B. Providing high-stakes summative tests only. C. Emphasizing memorization of state regulations. D. Avoiding learner self-reflection activities. 3. When developing curriculum to support AZELLA readiness, what strategy most effectively aligns with regulatory compliance and adult education? A. Integrating language acquisition theories with test content. B. Limiting instruction to only multiple-choice practice. C. Replacing writing instruction with vocabulary drills. D. Focusing exclusively on listening activities. 4. Which communication technique best ensures adults understand AZELLA scoring rubrics? A. Reading rubrics verbatim without context. B. Providing visual examples of proficiency levels. C. Avoiding discussion of scoring descriptors. Using technical jargon without clarification. 5. An evaluator must monitor program compliance with AZELLA requirements. Which method is most effective? A. Conducting random unstructured classroom observations. B. Reviewing documented lesson plans and alignment charts. C. Using anecdotal teacher comments only. D. Limiting evaluation to final student scores. 6. In mentoring educators for AZELLA preparation, which principle should guide professional dialogue? A. Encouraging reflective practice and self-assessment. B. Dictating uniform teaching scripts. C. Avoiding discussion of instructional weaknesses. D. Focusing only on administrative compliance. 7. Adult learners preparing for AZELLA benefit most from curriculum that A. Connects real-life communication tasks with test components. B. Uses only decontextualized grammar drills. C. Limits instruction to test day strategies. D. Avoids cultural relevance in instruction. 8. Which regulatory compliance measure must educators prioritize in AZELLA administration? A. Maintaining testing security protocols. B. Using teacher-created rubrics in place of AZELLA. C. Allowing unsupervised group collaboration during testing. D. Encouraging note-sharing among examinees. 9. When coaching a colleague on AZELLA writing assessment, a mentor should emphasize A. Providing model essays aligned with scoring descriptors. Encouraging random, creative writing topics. C. Focusing exclusively on grammar accuracy. D. Ignoring coherence and organization requirements. 10. An effective evaluation method for AZELLA readiness programs includes A. Data-driven analysis of student progress against benchmarks. E. Relying on instructor intuition. C. Measuring seat time without outcomes. Avoiding progress monitoring to reduce workload. 11. To support adult learners' engagement in AZELLA preparation, an instructor should A. Use collaborative problem-solving activities. E. Deliver long lectures without interaction. C. Provide only independent worksheets. D. Minimize opportunities for learner feedback. 12. Which communication practice best supports transparency in AZELLA testing policies? A. Providing clear guidelines in multiple formats. B. Requiring learners to discover policies independently. C. Withholding procedural information to avoid stress. D. Using only technical documents without explanation. 13. During mentoring, a senior educator emphasizes the role of cultural responsiveness in AZELLA preparation. Why is this critical? A. It connects test preparation with learners' lived experiences. B. It reduces the need for test skill instruction. C. It allows instructors to ignore state compliance. D. It replaces the need for structured curriculum. 14. When designing AZELLA-aligned curriculum, which approach best reflects adult learning principles? A. Scaffolded instruction that builds on prior knowledge. B. Uniform pacing without regard to learner readiness. C. Exclusive reliance on passive reading. D. Ignoring learner goals in planning activities. 15. Which evaluation tool best captures adult learners' progress in AZELLA listening skills? A. Authentic audio comprehension tasks with feedback. B. Silent reading exercises. C. Vocabulary lists without context. D. Teacher lectures without interaction. 16. Educators preparing adults for AZELLA must comply with test accommodations policies. Which action demonstrates compliance? A. Providing approved accommodations documented by eligibility. B. Allowing all learners unlimited time regardless of policy. C. Denying accommodations even if approved. D. Designing personal accommodations without review. 17. In mentoring, which feedback approach supports adult educators' growth in AZELLA instruction? A. Constructive, evidence-based discussion with action steps. B. General praise without detail. C. Harsh criticism without support. Avoiding feedback to maintain comfort. 18. What is the most effective way to integrate evaluation methods into AZELLA preparation curriculum? A. Embedding frequent formative assessments aligned with test tasks. B. Using assessments only at the program's conclusion. C. Ignoring assessment until official testing. Avoiding performance tasks to save time. 19. Which communication technique strengthens adult learners' confidence in AZELLA preparation? A. Clarifying expectations with goal-setting discussions. B. Providing minimal instructions to encourage independence. C. Ignoring learner concerns about assessment. D. Using ambiguous language to encourage guessing. 20. An AZELLA curriculum must balance compliance and instruction. Which planning step ensures this? Aligning objectives with Arizona English language proficiency standards. B. Creating lessons independent of state standards. C. Prioritizing teacher preference over regulations. D. Ignoring assessment alignment to reduce workload. 21. When evaluating AZELLA speaking performance, which rubric-based focus is most valid? A. Fluency, pronunciation, and communicative effectiveness. B. Handwriting clarity. C. Reading comprehension accuracy. D. Number of vocabulary words memorized. 22. A mentor supporting a new AZELLA teacher should emphasize which principle? Adult learners need immediate application of knowledge. E. Learners should not question authority. C. Educators should avoid interactive strategies. D. Test preparation should exclude real-world contexts. 23. Which evaluation strategy best identifies gaps in adult learners' AZELLA writing skills? A. Analyzing learner writing samples against rubric criteria. B. Counting number of pages written. C. Evaluating only spelling errors. D. Using oral presentations instead. 24. In communication with administrators, which reporting practice ensures AZELLA compliance? A. Submitting accurate, timely data on student proficiency levels. B. Providing only anecdotal evidence. C. Withholding data until the end of the year. E. Reporting approximate numbers without documentation. 25. Which mentoring practice strengthens instructional quality for AZELLA readiness? A. Collaborative lesson planning with reflective discussion. B. Assigning rigid scripts without input. C. Avoiding peer review of materials. D. Focusing only on test logistics. 26. When creating adult-centered AZELLA test preparation, instructors should A. Incorporate self-assessment tools for learner reflection. B. Avoid learner participation in evaluation. C. Emphasize teacher-led grading only. D. Exclude metacognitive strategies. 27. What is the primary regulatory responsibility during AZELLA test administration? A. Ensuring standardized procedures and security protocols. B. Allowing teacher flexibility to alter conditions. C. Reducing supervision to increase learner comfort. D. Ignoring timing requirements. 28. Which curriculum design strategy fosters language transfer in AZELLA preparation? A. Linking reading, writing, listening, and speaking tasks. B. Teaching skills in isolation without integration. C. Avoiding authentic communication tasks. D. Relying on worksheets exclusively. 29. Which evaluation method most effectively measures growth in AZELLA reading proficiency? A. Comparing pre- and post-assessment results aligned to standards. B. Recording attendance only. C. Counting homework submissions. D. Measuring test-taking speed. 30. In mentoring sessions, how should experienced educators model communication strategies for AZELLA instruction? A. Demonstrating clarity, active listening, and learner-centered questioning. B. Using rapid monologues without learner interaction. C. Avoiding modeling to promote independence. D. Providing abstract theories without application.